Hi, I'm Diana, and welcome to another travel packing video. Travel can feel chaotic and stressful if you are disorganized or have overpacked. You can feel like you're constantly misplacing or losing things, including your mind. But there's one rule that you can follow when packing that will help you keep your mind, and that's to only bring things that you can't mess up. You need never fail universal solutions. That means clothes, the makeup, and the toiletries. That also means what kind of products won't mess up your bags? What kind of bag won't mess up your organization? How can you pack so it doesn't mess up what's available to you on your trip? And what kind of products won't mess you up at security checkpoints? To make my point that you can be absolutely minimal and still have everything you need, we're not going to be packing for this trip in a rolling carry-on. We are not going to be packing in my usual personal item sized bag. We're going to be packing in a tote bag. We're going to put this in context of a winter weekend girls trip. It's going to be cold weather. We're going to focus on creating a sane, minimalist packing style that helps you feel organized, pretty, and relaxed. You're going to have exactly what you need and no more than that. So we're going to talk about it in this order. Makeup travel capsule. Toiletries, the clothes, the bag. You want your makeup travel capsule to be as solid as possible because the toiletries are going to be all liquid. And you can't carry very much liquid on an airplane. You want your makeup to take up no more than this. And today we're going to be partnering with Merit Beauty because their whole brand revolves around makeup that you can't mess up. Perfect for this video. And what I have found with this makeup is that I can't mess it up. So let me show you what I would pack, these 5 items for a simple girls trip where I just want to look like my best me. So here I am with my bare face, and I'm going to show you how this minimalist stick changes everything. This makes your skin look so good, and look how small it is. And it's solid. Solid is important when you are trying to go on a trip and you want to take less liquid. So I'm going to show you the pattern that I draw on my face. My color is called sandstone, and then I just tap it in. You don't even need a brush. If you do need a brush, they make a really great brush. This minimalist stick has a way of making my skin look so natural yet so polished. And even by the end of the day, my skin feels very soft. The texture of it is so good. And then I'll put a little bit in the corners of my eyes here, and I'm going to tap that in very gently. Already, look how much prettier that is. Look how much more finished that is. Next, I would do eyebrows. I'm going to be using their Merit Brow 1980 in dark brown. And I'm going to be saying pro tip a lot in this video, but I'm not a pro makeup artist. And that's what I think is so great about this makeup, is that you don't need to be one. So my pro tip for eyebrows is that you either want to match your hair or go just a little bit darker. Never go light. Look what a difference that is already. Let's do the other one. Let's talk about cheek color really quick. I have 3 colors here to choose from. So let me just show you what these look like. This is the shade Fox. This is a red. This is the shade Beverly Hills. And this is the shade Lusitano. And it looks very bold in the pot, but actually it's just like a rosy peachy pink. These are all super pretty, super sheer, buildable. But I think what I want to do is have this pop of color to look like I've maybe just been out in the snow skiing. That's the kind of look I want for this trip. And my pro tip from a non-pro makeup artist, just a pro makeup user, is that you want to put on a little bit more than you think. Like, see how I look kind of clowny? It's going to absolutely disappear into my skin. This is makeup that becomes you. It becomes part of you. It looks so natural. And not only do I love talking about lipstick and lip color, but I get to introduce to you something brand new. Let's talk about their signature lip blush, which isn't even out yet, but I have an early shopping link in case you're interested. So the reason I'm so excited about these is because they are sheer, easy to apply. They have a matte blurred finish. So, you know, after all of these years of super slick lip oils, it's nice to return to a matte finish that looks natural. This is the color Vendome, neutral, everyday. And here's the shade Archival. Ooh, that's pretty. That's kind of a rosy color. And here's the color Framboise. Gorgeous. And see how sheer these are? These are just like your lips, but better. I think we're gonna go with Framboise. Okay, let's look at it on 1/2 so we can compare. So pretty. Not quite finished. So pretty and soft. This is already a perfectly gorgeous look for hanging out with my friends. But I know a lot of you like a swipe of mascara, so we're going to do it because it takes up nearly no room in your bag and it always looks nice. And already look how pretty this is with just those products. But I know that a lot of you like a little bit of extra on their eyes, so I'm going to show you a couple of options that you can also bring. So we're going to take a look at these Solo Shadow Sheens, which is just a light sheen that you can put on your eyelid. We have the color Palladium here, which is kind of a gold. And we have the color Glacé, which is sort of a gold pink. Let's do the gold pink. Let's just do a light wash on the eyelid. And it just helps brighten up your whole eyelid area. And for those of you looking to darken, as in a little bit of definition near your eyelashes, I would suggest this tiny little pot of Solo Shadow in the color Nelson. And they also make this little brush that has a teeny tiny end and then a blendable end. A lot of you ask me how I do my mini wing eyeliner. And lately I've been doing more of this blurred mini wing with this, so this is how I do it. Very quick tutorial. I just get it right in to my eyelashes here, right on the edge of my eye, and draw it out just the tiniest bit. And then I start to just dot it near my eyelashes right here. And I could leave it like that, but I really like to blur it. So luckily on the other end of the brush, there's this blending brush. It's pretty hard to mess up soft, blurred makeup, which again, why this lipstick is so great. So there you go, a little bit more definition. You could even use what's left on your brush to kind of drag it under your eye for a more defined look. And how fast can I do this when I'm not talking? Very fast. And even if I brought all of these makeup choices, it's still so small and it fits in my travel container so nicely. Since I'm a lipstick girly, I don't think I'd want to be stuck with just one choice of lipstick. I love this pink, it's gorgeous, but I'd want a more neutral color as well. So let's take a look at the color Archival. Okay, here we are with bare lips again. And sometimes when I define my eyes more, I do want less color on my lips, so this is a good time to try this. I just love this color for every day. And this blurred finish is perfect. And again, if you're interested in any of these colors, you can get them now before they become available to the general public with my early access shopping code down below. Now let's talk about toiletries. I highly suggest decanting your favorite shampoo, conditioner, and styling cream into their own travel-sized containers. You can buy matching travel-sized containers, that's nice, but you can also save your empties and refill those, which I like to do sometimes, but make sure you label them because you will forget which is which, and you're going to end up smelling this going, I think this is my conditioner. I also really like containers that have a screw lid like this because it will never become a victim of air pressure changes. As for toothpaste, I like to save toothpaste tubes that are almost done and just take that on my trip and use it up and pitch it. You can get travel-sized toothpaste, yeah, but that's what I like to do. And I do like to get a travel-sized deodorant and a travel-sized lotion. I splurge on these a little bit because I like these nice products on a trip. You want all of your toiletries to fit in your clear bag, and you want that clear bag to be very small. You're going to need face wash, moisturizer, and SPF. I love all these little travel sizes. And sometimes I do like to go get a new one. I try it for a couple days before I go on my trip to make sure I love it, and then I take it on my weekend trip. For scent, I like to bring the smallest of the small sample size perfumes. One of these tiny little things is going to be enough for a 3-day trip. What I like to do is I have this sampler from Quince, and one of my hobbies is to try the scents and then label what I think it smells like on here, so that when I go to grab a sample, I kind of think about how I want to smell that weekend, and I read my description and I pick one of these. For this trip, I'm going to pick Les Cerise, and it's girly, cherry, smoky, maybe tobacco. It's just unapologetically feminine. That's what I wrote, and that's the one that I would take. We have shampoo, conditioner, styling cream, cleanser, moisturizer, SPF, the end of a toothpaste tube, my perfume, and my deodorant, all in this very small case. Here we have makeup and toiletries. As for jewelry, I always travel with my 3-item jewelry travel kit, which is this bracelet, this necklace, and these earrings. And if you're interested, I do sell these in my store individually or in a travel set. And those are enough for a weekend trip. I don't need to bring more than that. But if you are going to bring more than that, I'd say the biggest bang for your buck is bringing some statement earrings. That can really change an outfit. And it doesn't take up much space. Toiletries, makeup, jewelry. What you may want to do is ask one of your overpacking friends if she's going to bring her hair dryer and just use hers. If not, you can pack your hair dryer because it's nice to have nice hair on a trip. Okay, this is an exciting part. How are we going to fit all the clothes we need into this travel tote? Easy peasy. Let me show you. We're going to start with this outfit, and that is jeans that you know fit well and go with everything. The jeans that you love. Bring your can't fail jeans. Bring a belt. Belt is the jewelry of jeans. I know, security doesn't matter. You're going to get through security, take your belt off, put it back on. It's worth having. One silk tank. This thing just feels great and it looks great, especially when you have an open sweater like this duster cardigan. Not only is it warm and cozy and pretty, it's cashmere, so it feels great and looks awesome, but it's pretty versatile, and I'll show you in just a second. One pair of flare leg leggings that look great and feel great, one long sleeved bodysuit, one t-shirt, and another cardigan. 2 cardigans? Why? I'll show you. Here are the outfits you can create. We're starting with this super easy to wear outfit. Green, jeans, and walkable boots that actually also look great. Now, what did I mean about this cardigan being versatile? Okay, for this trick, you're going to have to pack one brooch. You're going to take your sweater and you're going to turn it upside down, which is one of my favorite weirdo tricks. And you could wear it just like this, cute and cropped. But I like to kind of turn it into a turtleneck with a brooch. We're going to use this cute little heart. So what you're going to do is cross one side and then bring the other side up like this. There's no rules for this. I'm just making it up. You might have to try it a couple times to get it, like I did. But this is a cute little turtleneck sweater now, and it's got a little bit of bling. Now, this is not some sort of like what to wear trends in this year kind of video. This is just fun with your girlfriends. It's just easy fashion. It's just having fun. But I do think that this looks modern and cute. So you either have a duster or you have a cute little turtleneck or you have a simple cropped cardigan. So here we have a nice classic jeans and a tee outfit. The stripes make it really polished and this is cute enough on its own, but we also have a black cardigan. And it would look great with the green cardigan. And it would look great buttoned up or not buttoned up. It's completely casual and nice. We could also wear this one upside down. This one is so pretty upside down. I love the length like this, but let's turn it into a turtleneck. So the button side's gonna go underneath and the whole side's gonna go on top, and I'll show you why in a second. Again, so easy, so warm and cozy. Okay, so now we're gonna take whatever button matches whatever hole is there because we want this to kind of stay put, and the buttons really help. I love versatile items. And if you needed a little bit of extra warmth, this long sleeve bodysuit is great under everything. Great by itself or with a cardigan. Let's talk about the outerwear we're bringing. I would bring my wool coat in a camel color, and I would just bring this very basic wool scarf. And this combo is going to go over everything so well. For a travel purse, I'm going to be bringing this little matching bag to my travel set. And what I love about this is it hides so easily under your coat when you're getting on the airplane. So no one bothers you about that extra bag. And then rinse and repeat with the leggings. Let's go. This here is my favorite pair of travel leggings. They're from PopFlex. They're the flare leg, crisscross, high-waisted leggings. They feel great. They perform great. Love them. And what I did here with the bodysuit is I just created a basic outfit that I can throw my sweaters over, or my coat, or both. And here's another reason why I brought 2 long cardigans, and that's because when I wear leggings, I like to cover my booty. A little bit of decorum is not such a bad thing. Again, you have your cardigan like this, and you have it upside down. If you're not as worried about decorum in that moment, you would also have it as a turtleneck. We have the striped tee and the green duster. Nice combo. And here I am with my purse, and I'm just stepping out, so my purse and my scarf, looking cute and cash. And do not forget that you still have your silk tank. And look how pretty and casual and comfy this is for just hanging out. Cashmere sweater, silk tank, the most perfect fitting leggings, very comfy walkable boots. Did you think I forgot a silk scarf? I did not. Could it be easier? I don't think so. Let's talk about what bag I would bring. This bag here is made to be the most organized travel bag ever. So look inside. See how many pockets there are, all lining every edge, and this bag doesn't collapse when you set it down. So that's what's important to me when traveling, is that I can see everything and that it's not falling over and being soft. And it's lightweight. This is super important. And I love the color. Enough. Let's put some things in it and see how it organizes. I would use these pockets inside to store, here's my makeup capsule. And here are my toiletries. Let's give them two separate places to be. Let's put my jewelry over here. And we still have plenty of pockets left for water bottle, our clothes, and maybe even a space splurge if we feel like it. But let's not try to fill up if we don't have to. And I like on this side, there's a pocket for my phone. And I like to use this side that's the same side as the phone for anything that I need right away. Anything that I need to have access to, I put on the purse side of this bag. I like to keep underwear and pajamas separate from my clothes. And for pajamas, I like to bring a black tank top and silk pajama pants because first of all, they're very light and they fold down so small and they feel great. And I'm just going to roll this all into a ball and put this in its own separate travel cube. We'll put them in this separate pocket inside the bag. Okay, we still have room for our clothes. And for the clothes portion, we're going to use a larger travel cube. And inside is going to go my black cardigan sweater, my leggings, bodysuit, and t-shirt. We are wearing the jeans, the green silk tank, and the green cardigan. And here we go. This is all the clothes that we're going to need. I just realized that I forgot my 2 pairs of socks, so I pulled the underwear and pajama case back out. I'm going to put the socks in there and repack. All right, don't bother me this weekend. I'll be looking stylish on a girls' trip. And don't forget that if you want to check out those lip blushes, use my link below for early access shopping. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you soon.